So one of the main questions around Arsene Wenger signing a new deal with Arsenal is why he would want to continue. It's been 6 months or longer of rancour and disagreements. He's got a lot of abuse from Arsenal fans.
And when you're a fan, you support your team. And we played in some games in a very hostile environment, and I will never accept that.
And yet he's never wavered in saying he wants to continue. There are a number of reasons for this. One is that Wenger is addicted to football. He has very little else in his life, he's admitted that, and he really thinks he genuinely is the best man to do this job.
I am the right man to lead this club further, and that's it. It's not about popularity, it's about competence.
The next big question is why Arsenal still want him, because a lot of people would think they're crazy to do so. Wenger's critics would say that the club have been underachieving for years now, and that they desperately need fresh blood. From Arsenal's perspective, and certainly from the owner Stan Kroenke's, Wenger is a very reliable operator. With the exception of this season, always delivers Champions League football. He runs the club in a very sensible way. He's not flippant with the club's money. He's very thoughtful in everything that he does. And so for Stan Kroenke, he ticks all of the boxes for him. And that brings us on really to perhaps the biggest question. Is anything going to change at Arsenal over the next couple of years? The only real tangible difference we're seeing is that Arsenal want to bring in a sporting director who will oversee transfers.
Director of football, I don't know what it means. Is it somebody who stands on the road and directs, play right and left? I don't understand. I never could understand what it means, director of football.
And this is something that almost every other big club has. It's entirely typical now, but hasn't really been the case under Wenger, who's been largely autonomous. So someone is going to be brought in, it seems, but how much power they'll have remains to be seen. And by all accounts, Wenger will retain the final say over players.
I'm manager of Arsenal Football Club, and as long as I'm manager of Arsenal Football Club, I will decide what happens on the technical front, and that's it.